Today's stories include a Nintendo Direct is reportedly coming in September, Skate's cover art has been revealed, and Ubisoft CEO is going to court. We'll have all this and more because this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Kind of Funny Games Daily for Monday, August 25th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Blessing, Adeoye Jr. Joining me is WWE legend, Greg Miller.
Hello, Blessing. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good.
How's the weekend?
It was good. A lot of times with the kids. You know what I mean? Out there playing.
Kids plural.
Going to the museum. We had multiple kids in the house on Saturday night. We had the neighbors come over. They brought their 3 kids. Ben played Mario Kart with them the entire night. Played Mario Brothers with them the whole night.
So you were the parent that allows other kids to come over and hang out?
Well, the parents were there too. Like it was like we had our neighbors over, and they just have hella kids. They just brought a lot of kids over. They were partying.
Is your house the fun house?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, a lifetime ago, months ago, last year, whatever. I was at the park for a preschool meetup, and I was first off the only dad there. And it was all moms around me or whatever. And I was pushing Ben on the swing and one of his other friends. And I was like acting like some kind of monster. I don't know. And they're all, they're grabbing me, screaming or whatever. And one of the moms was next to just pushing her daughter slowly. She just looks at me and goes, "So you're the fun parent, huh?" And I'm like, I guess so. Jen's fun too. Are you fun? She's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Do you think your house is one of those ones where kids are like, well, he has all the video games. Let's go over there.
I think they're still too young for that to have really set in yet. You know, because even Ben doesn't get that. Ben goes to the store and like picks stuff up. Well, Daddy, what's this game? It's Donkey Kong. It's Mario. Can we get it? No, Ben, we have that. What about this? We have that. What about that? Oh, you don't want to play that. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't wrapped his head around that it's weird that he has access to every video game in the history of man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think as he gets older, it'll happen. It's going to be more interesting to see if then that pulls away.
Yeah, if he sticks with it.
Does he care about games throughout, or is it going to be that thing where he's at school and his friends are not even his friends, casual acquaintances at school, the video game kids are like, oh my God, and tomorrow's the day. And Ben's like, oh, my dad's been playing that for 2 weeks. What?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Like I don't care. I want to pick up my guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to do.
I gotta
cool
go
shit.
race my horse.
I don't want to be like you, Dad.
I don't want to be. I don't want your life.
God, how's the gaming going?
Good. Yeah, good. Yeah. Working on Redacted. Can't talk about it, of course. But, we got out of the Metal Gear section into the Redacted section for this now. Of course, about 17 Redacteds in the
I was going to say, are you playing one Redacted? Or
I am. Okay. You know how I am. I like to commit to one. And the way it works around here, especially for the next one, it sounds like I'm the guy for that one. It doesn't sound like... It's like you were like casually playing it.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's one of those situations where I'm out of town. Like for the next week.
Right. Yeah. So this is definitely one of those ones where it's like, I'm going to be the lead, even though we don't do leads anymore. But like, I'm the one who's committed the most to it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I let other things stack up. And that's why it's Redacted 1, which is the one and then Redacted 2, we've had a bit. And it was that thing in the meeting. I'm like, is anybody? And everybody's like, you know what I mean? Where I was like, I would be doing more with Redacted 2, but it's like this. Then, of course, Friday I sent out that email about Redacted, or Trello about Redacted 3.
Yeah.
When does that come in? That probably means Redacted 2 never gets played by me. And then today I put out the one for Redacted 4.
Yeah.
And I'm putting it all on the schedule right there. And it's like, man, these guys are on top. And
I'm still trying to figure out Redacted 2.
Redacted 4 is going to jump in front of Redacted 3 for sure. Even though I think my hype for Redacted 3 is more than Redacted 4.
You think
Redacted 4 is embargo is before.
Yeah. Redacted, is that Shinobi? I'm trying to figure out Redacted 2.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Shinobi's today.
Shinobi is today. Yeah.
That's off. And I would.
Did you touch that one?
No, that's not anything. Redacted, I'll type it in my bar. You know what I'm talking about here. Redacted 2 is this one.
I'm thinking, does he have Silksong, guys? Does he have Silksong? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, I would love to do that in an era where there's nothing else to play.
Yeah.
But they don't need me on that one.
Yeah. Do we have anybody on that one?
Hopefully Roger.
Okay.
But again, is that game even worth it? We're not sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
We will see.
We'll see what's up with the video game news, too.
And here's the other thing I want to bring out.
What up?
When I did the impossible and won Kind of Funny Game Showdown, Nick Scarpino season, back-to-back season championships for me, I put up a post when I was on vacation about how great I was on Monday, and you and Mike on Games Daily were like, is that how we do it? We can spoil content? And, it happened on Friday or whatever. And then Mike was like, if you haven't watched all the content by the end of the weekend, Monday's a new thing. We need it for the storyline. What are we doing with the Mario Party information? Are we allowed to talk about this?
Yeah, just spoil it.
Can we go wide? Blessing.
Yeah.
Congratulations on winning the Mario Party.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I want you to know, like, there was a lot going through my head when the tournament ended. And it was that I had been told for what felt like 14 hours that the points mattered.
Yeah.
And so when we got to, all right, cool, these mini games are all done, we finished the Mario Party, there was this big swell of like, okay, do I still have a fighting chance? Am I going to get enough stars from winning, being so dominant in the IRL mini games? You know what I mean? Only to find that Mike and Roger suck and that they were all for nothing.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it was an abrupt end to the stream. I don't feel like you got the praise, the kudos you deserve for that.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you'll remember that I'm the only person who thanked you when we started Kind of Funny
Yeah,
Game
no,
Showdown
I'm not
season,
going to
whatever.
let you butter me up. I'm not going to let you do this.
Well, it happened.
No.
It's already done. You've been
I'm
buttered.
a fair. I have been buttered.
You've
I'm
been
a fair
buttered.
commissioner. All right. I'm a fair fucking host of Game Showdown. I keep things even.
Do you get these TikToks about licking Texas Roadhouse butter off stuff?
Texas Roadhouse butter?
Yeah.
Like licking it?
Yeah.
No, but
Okay.
I mean, I was a big fan of the rolls.
Yeah.
I used to live near a Texas Roadhouse.
My algorithm serves me right now the couples that are out there, and it'll be like, it's just, I don't even know if there's, I'm usually listening sound down, but there's the caption of, can I lick Texas Roadhouse butter off them or off it, depending on who's talking? And then they cut, and based on the other person's cut, they cut back to the other person. They either split the check or pay for the check.
Have you been to Cracker Barrel? Do you like Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I grew up in the Midwest and I went to school in Missouri. I have been to a Cracker Barrel. I don't think I ever went to a Cracker Barrel until I was at Mizzou. And even then I went like once with somebody's like family, maybe twice. And I was like, actually my ex went there and worked there one day. Hated it so much she quit. She's like, no, I'm done with this.
I've seen the inside. I can't work
so
here.
no, I have no affinity for Cracker Barrel. So I'm watching them all freak out about this logo change.
Dude, when I tell you, my hometown, like, Facebook is going crazy. Just like everybody in my hometown talking about it.
Have you
like,
reminded them that we have concentration camps in our country right now?
They don't care.
we have
They don't
bigger fish
care.
to fry than
They're
this
on
right now.
Cracker Barrel. And let me tell you, I also I actually do fuck with Cracker Barrel. At least when I lived in Champaign, Illinois, I did really enjoy going to a Cracker Barrel. I was never like obsessed with it. Like, I'm not precious about Cracker Barrel.
Did you do the thing where you played the game with the golf tees? That was one of their shticks, right? Like there was games on the table.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, on the table. No, I don't remember that part of it. I do remember them having like an entire room that you would have to go to get to the dining room. That was filled with like shit you can buy. It was like a fucking gift shop before you actually get into the Cracker Barrel.
I think I remember that.
I remember it being like a after church on Sunday, like
That
delight.
sounds about
You know
right,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, I never really had like them changing any of their shit. I'm like, all right, well, every single fast food / like popular food establishment has been through this. Where I saw a Reddit post this morning about like how Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, like all
I
of
saw
them.
this too. What
Yeah.
happened to this when the restaurants used to have style?
Yeah. Everything is now just a brutalist brick.
Yeah.
On a corner of a fucking street. God.
We had our eye on the woke agenda so long we didn't look at this agenda. You
And
know
we
what I
lost
mean?
Pizza Hut. We lost it. Enough about that. Let's talk about news that matters, because this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every week that we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be a part of the show, send me your thoughts and opinions as YouTube super chats as we go. Housekeeping for you. We're an 11-person business all about live talk shows. So today, after KFGD, you're going to get our Gamescast, which is the Shinobi Art of Vengeance review. Then after Gamescast is the Kind of Funny podcast. Then the stream is either Rainbow Six Siege or the PUBG mode that is like Rainbow Six Siege. But I'm hoping it's Rainbow Six because I'm going to hop into that. If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is 15 minutes about if the gamers are worse than ever. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twine. If the gamers are worse than ever.
You think so?
I'm asking.
That was
I'm asking
what
you.
Christian on Spotify comments asked.
Okay. Well, I'm curious. I might listen to that one.
All right,
I'm curious about your
About
answer there. Today we're brought to you by Xreal, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is, and forever will be, the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 6 stories today.
A baker's dozen.
starting with our number one. A Nintendo Direct is reportedly planned for mid-September. This is Jordan Midler at Video Games Chronicle. And I got a super chat question for y'all. Aside from Metroid, what do you want to see?
Sure.
Aside from Metroid.
Sure.
We all want to see Metroid Prime 4.
And a question for me for the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know when Silksong is coming out, what game should I just always play a trailer of when we do predictions as like a funny thing? Because I'd always bring up Silksong, but now I don't have that anymore. I don't have it.
Does it need to be a real? Do you want it to be something like that wouldn't happen or could?
Because I would say Half-Life 3, but I feel like that's almost too.
I'm
going
to
to
mention Animal Crossing every time, so
Okay.
you could have that right. But I mean, that's a legitimate. They got to talk about that at
GTA
some point.
6. But I feel like
but
we
we kinda
believe
know
that's
that,
coming out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
What is
Maybe
what's-
not May,
You know
but
what's
it'll come
better?
next
So
year.
what's like a vaporware Nintendo game that got
Nintendo game.
canceled, or you know what I mean?
like got
Like,
canceled?
you know, like we know is not coming, but you're.
I guess for Nintendo, the like Twilight Princess, I guess at this point.
Okay.
Oh, like the Twilight Princess remaster?
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good call.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were talking about like vaporware canceled Nintendo game. I was gonna say Donkey Kong Racing. That's where my brain went.
Okay. Star Fox Grand Prix says Portland Kevin.
Star Fox Grand Prix. That's a good one.
Mother 3 says Cozy Bear. I
That's
like
a good
that.
one.
That's a really
yeah,
good
yeah,
one.
Okay. No,
All
we're
right,
onto
we're
something.
workshopping in the chat. A Nintendo Direct presentation is reportedly planned for September. Reports of a Nintendo Direct have circulated for weeks. Now, Switch Force has suggested that a presentation will be held in September. Sources have told VGC that a Nintendo Direct presentation is in fact planned for mid-September. It's also worth noting that aside from 2024, a Nintendo Direct has been held virtually every September since the Nintendo Direct presentations began. Notably, if the reported September 12th date is accurate, it would be one day before the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers.
Oh.
Greg, do you believe it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We got to get one. We got to have something. Nintendo's always talking. They're always doing these. Hey, let's get this person in. Let's get it. What's going on? We got to know what's going on. Where the fuck is Metroid?
Where is Metroid
that
Prime
this year
4?
or not?
What does the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers do for you?
Not much. I mean, that's awesome. 40. What a huge success for them. I just don't have confidence. It doesn't feel like Nintendo often hits their mark on their anniversaries. We're just doing a year of Luigi. Oh, okay, what do we, you know what I mean? Okay, are they actually going to have something cool? Are they going to bring that one game out of fucking digital vault to put back out so you can buy it for 3 months before they take it away again? What a bunch of weirdos.
Hated that.
Yeah,
Bring it
it
back.
sucks.
Galaxy too.
The the Mario part of it, I don't find that interesting. I hope they go big, but I doubt they will. And even if they did, what would they do? I think it would be, here's the packaging of those games, right? And I mean, we're not going to announce the next 3D Mario, right? Like,
No.
we're on the other side of Donkey Kong, sure, but let's have everybody hyped for the holidays with what they can buy right now or are about to be able to buy.
Yeah, and the next 3D Mario, that's a whole conversation. Because now that feels more further away than ever, coming off of DK Bonanza and knowing that's from the Odyssey team, and that being the size and scope that it is. Like that, for all intents and purposes, is Mario Odyssey 2.
Yeah.
And so with that just coming out, do you want to turn around and put out a 3D Mario the next year? How many years do you want to give it before we get around to that? How long has a team been working on a 3D Mario? Has a team been working on the next 3D Mario? I'm of the mind that yes, that like people are working on it, but I don't know if you're going to be able to turn around and go in 2026 we get a new 3D Mario. Like right now, my brain says 2027 at least.
Yeah. I think even further than that, based on how Nintendo seems to move on these kind of things. So okay, so let's get rid of 3D Mario then. What do you think they're doing for this 40th anniversary? Do you think there's even a Mario Maker 2 to tell you what they could add in terms of styles or whatever? But then it's the mouse support to really get out there and do it. All access to all the levels that are already on the servers, obviously, plus all the new stuff you're going to get. That could be super fun.
Yeah. Another one I'll throw out there, Mario Kart World DLC. Is there something celebratory for Mario they can add in there? Maybe you do like a Mario
outfits,
carts, classic outfit. Maybe you get like a 64-bit or pixelated.
Oh, yeah,
I would love a 64-bit, right? But like a pixelated Mario outfit would be fucking dope.
Yeah. Yeah, you assume something about the movie? Like, and now now we're trying to commit to this. We're trying to commit to a bit here that they're going to actually honor this anniversary and do something the day before or whatever. Yeah, some kind of update with the movie where we're at, maybe the first look at, I don't know, scene from it or just character art from it. I'll probably announce a bunch of weird new voice actors.
I mean, the next Super Mario Brothers movie is supposed to come out, I believe, in 2026.
Okay.
So it would be the time to start talking about it.
Okay.
Even if it is, voice actors for characters that haven't been revealed yet. They made that big deal when they first announced the Mario movie.
And I forget, was that a standalone Nintendo Direct or was that part of a Nintendo?
That was part of a Nintendo Direct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's so many options.
I guess it's weird for me. I just, outside of a new 3D Mario, I don't want them to spend a lot of time on Mario here. You know, I don't know. I love where the Switch 2's at. I love what's coming on the line. I want a release date for Metroid. I want to know in the future what's going on. Obviously, I want Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing Switch 2 edition, just some extra updates or whatever there. Like, I'm excited to see what they have as somebody who's playing his Switch 2 so much right now.
Do you think it's time to get Animal Crossing updates?
No, probably not, sadly. I think again, based on everything we've said and how crowded it is, it's circling in my mind. We've done this recently where we're trying to pick the date for Metroid because Kirby Air Riders is in November.
November now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the October game for them?
Is that Pokemon?
Yes. So yeah. Okay. So there you go. Pokemon, Kirby, and we were saying then December for Metroid, right?
Yeah.
I think you get through this holiday with what you have, and then I think next spring you spike the numbers. And for Animal Crossing and say, hey, here's the Animal Crossing Switch 2 edition. As I pointed out, it'll be come March, right? The 6-year anniversary of Animal Crossing. So you could get away putting in there and doing something fun for that, a reason if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But again, you're going to sell so many units just for kids who are, and adults who want Switch 2 and have held off. I don't know if Metroid necessarily is a system seller, but the lineup of Switch this year, Donkey Kong, Kart, Metroid, a Pokemon, those are going to sell the system through the holiday. So get it through there, and then people who none of that was for, get them with, hey, we're taking Animal Crossing and updating your islands and everything runs better, and here's a new expansion for it.
Yeah, I feel like this year feels so covered. I would like to see another trailer for the Dust Bloods. That's the From Software exclusive
but that's
game
next
that they
year.
have.
Have they even put a date on that?
2026.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I don't
think you. Well, I guess at a direct, maybe.
Yeah,
See, I would say you don't, and I would do a Dust Bloods trailer at Jeff's show in December.
I think you can get away with either.
Yeah.
But I do think it's time to maybe tease a couple of things that are going on in 2026, especially if you have things that are coming out early.
Yeah.
You know, I think when it comes to the cadence of Nintendo Directs, right? Like there's a super chat from Kebabs that says,
Kebabs.
how are there Direct rumors? We just had 3 of them. And it's the thing where Directs are kind of like clockwork now, where you're going to have one in September, you're going to have one in February, and you're going to have one in the middle of the year in the summer. And so I feel like if you have something that's in the first half of next year, you show it here. Like I think this is the place to talk about it. And then if you have things that are coming out, like let's say if Dust Bloods is supposed to be second half of next year, then yeah, wait until Game Awards, wait until your February Direct for that.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be surprised if they don't have anything that's like a new upcoming 2026 title that they want to talk about.
You're not wrong. I don't know. It's just you have such a stacked year. I think if you're going to have 2026 content in this and you're Nintendo, I think it's going to be the third-party stuff. Just to set expectations. I think Nintendo wants you to be focused on Pokemon, Kirby, or yeah, that's the order. Pokemon, Kirby, and then Metroid. Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's move on to story number 2. Skate cover art has been revealed and an early access release date is coming. This comes directly from @Skate on Twitter. I got another super chat question for you here. Are you excited for Skate? Why or why not? I'm curious what the temperature is. If we can bring up the tweet from Skate, they say, we're stoked to reveal the official Skate cover art. Come back on Tuesday, the 26th. We're giving you the early access release date. See you then. Greg, does this do anything for you?
Woke? No. Here, of course it is. I love Skate. I'm excited for Skate. I'm hopeful for Skate. I think it's weird to do, or hey, we're coming back. We're doing this. This is a weird drop to then say we're going to give you the early access date.
Yeah.
Like the early access date, and I'm old. Early access dates in general don't get me super excited. When you say early access, my excitement immediately goes, oh. Yeah, I want I'd love a full game that I'm getting right away. So I'm already like, oh, this seems like so, why so much room to breathe on this too? Why not do like even just drop this today and say it's tomorrow? Like over the weekend, I saw this pop and I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like we need a cooler name for early access because you mentioned the old thing, right? But like I do think that that's a big factor to it. Where I think so many people that are younger, or so many people that are tuned into playing like the new Steam releases or the big popular games, so many of them have been early access, and that's been so normalized as the thing to the point where like. I'm sure somebody under the age of 25 sees this, and for them, it's like, okay, this is just the release.
Yeah.
Right? Because like
yeah.
that's how you played Minecraft. That's how you played.
Yeah.
Chat remind me if PUBG was early access.
was,
Fortnite,
yeah.
you know, like so many of these games come out in early access, and that is just the way that people play them.
Yeah.
And they don't think twice about it.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point, Bus. I don't think you're wrong on that. I just can't get over it.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, cool. I'm getting an incomplete game, and now I'm not even getting the date on. Like, you could have just announced the date today. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, can we just get it out there? Can we just do it? Can we just put it
They think they're Hollow Knight.
They drop it. I know, right?
They think
Exactly.
They
It's
think
like
they're Silk Song.
not all marketing campaigns are made the same way. I think you could have just said your release date for this. And I mean, and that's the thing is, so what is the release date for Skate Early Access?
I mean, soon.
It
right?
better fucking be now. It's
Yeah, honestly.
This is a game where I'm like, I don't need. And guess what? It's coming September 3rd. I'm like, oh god, come on now. September's a bloodbath right now. Just put your game out already.
Yeah, so this is happening tomorrow, and
Yeah.
out now would be so fucking sick.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, I would say soon. The fact that they've dropped the cover art, and then a few days later they're like talking about an early access release date. If they just said release date, if it wasn't early access, then maybe you can get away with November or early 2026 or something.
Yeah.
Early access, drop this in a few weeks. Not the first week of September, but like
That's the thing is like
a
you're
week before or a
you
week
are
after
out
that.
of time. If our inbox and our spreadsheet for Gamescast headlines shows anything, you are out of fucking time. Pull the ripcord right now, or this gets lost. September is going to be insane for games coming out this week. I mean, Shinobi we're talking about this week, right? I mean, And what did we review last week? Oh, Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
We're already there.
Yeah.
It's already bad, but I feel like right now you could still skate out and be okay.
Yeah, with that September 4th weekend, right? Like you're talking about Hell Is Us, right? Chronos, I think. Silk Song. I'm pretty sure those three games are like stacked up right on top of each other.
Hirogami. And
No way, really?
yeah, Hirogami's next week.
What's the date? I know it's not next week, but isn't Borderlands like the week after, a week and a half? Like
I would have to look that up.
God dang.
And then Baby Steps.
September 12th.
Don't
right?
forget about Baby Steps.
When is Baby Steps out?
2 weeks from now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So, regardless of release date, how do you think Skate Early Access does? Do you think this is something that lives up to the hype?
No,
Man.
I don't think it lives up to the hype. I think it'll make people mad. I think you're going to see. My prediction would be reception removed. Skate Early Access is going to drop. A whole bunch of people are going to flock to it, and then a whole bunch of people are going to bleed from it. And I want to call out top of the order here. I love Skate. I'm very excited for Skate. I will be playing this when it drops. It's that idea that I don't think it's going to be as sticky as people want it to be, especially in early access. I think people are going to run, and then I think EA is going to see that, and they're going to run from it too.
Really?
I hope I'm wrong. I
Yeah.
hope I'm 1000% wrong, but I just don't believe that EA has the stomach to stick with something that spikes on concurrence and then goes down. And even if you are the devs are like, we expected this. This is early access. This is what we're doing. EA, I feel like, is like, we need to stick to our pillars and our successes. Barrett, you popped up.
I think a lot of people are going to flock. I think older heads might be not as into what they're going for. I could see a younger generation who has been raised on free to play and just kind of jumping in, being into skateboarding, like sticking around and having that kind of be a slow build of a kind of younger generation playing skate for the first time and being more into it because they didn't play the originals and weren't raised in that era.
See, I'm excited as an old head to jump in and have it be a new take. Like when they were like, "Oh man, and microtransactions and blah blah," I was like, I give me daily challenges, give me whatever, like a little reason to skate around in there. I just wonder what it'll be in terms of sticky, and then for the kids, like you said, a slow build. Like I don't think EA. In the current financial situation and climate is ready for a slow build of anything. I think they are looking for gajillions of dollars coming in. Somebody there, some fucking moron suit there is looking this, and this could be our Fortnite.
Yeah. Oh.
we can sell skins and all this stuff, and we can do this, and it'll do this, and then we can start bringing in other IP and yet I as somebody who would love a Superman skateboard, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I doubt we get that.
And I pray to God that that's not how they're looking at it as far as success.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is value in looking at it in that way as far as how it can hit. Because I kind of lean towards Barrett as far as like how the kids and the young audience flocks to it. Because I think Skate is very interesting as far as what Skate 3 did and how Skate 3 went away, but then in like the mid to late 2010s came back through streamer culture. Like Skate 3 had a bunch of player numbers because streamers were playing it and people got super into it. And I think there's something about it that is messy and like tinkery in a way that I think the young audience really fucks with. In the same way that they fuck with a Peak, or they fuck with like these games that are coming out in early access that feel like they're kind of thrown together a little bit, right? But they allow you to hop in, they allow you to play with friends, and they allow you to like break the game a little bit, or like,
Sure.
you know, fuck around and try to do a thing, right? And like, I think Skate weirdly fits into that specific kind of game. And I think there's something there also for the fact that skate games, like skateboard video games, aren't as extremely popular as they were back in the day, right? I feel like this could come through and also just fit a niche as far as there's not that many. It's not like, you know, I know there's Session and there's Skater XL that I was obsessed with in like 2020, right? But like those weren't as big as Skate. Like nothing is doing it like Skate. The closest thing you have is Tony Hawk. And I think Tony Hawk is more for the old heads. When I go on TikTok and
Let's
I see
do our combos, let's do our things.
Yeah, when I go in the TikTok comments on a Tony Hawk video, everybody's roasting it because they're all kids and they don't understand what Tony Hawk is. All they want is Skate.
Yeah.
And so I do think there's
your
something
mouth
there.
to God's ears. That's what I'm so hopeful for. I feel like we've seen people screw it up so many times, and I'm so worried that this is going to launch. We're all going to jump in, and we're going to be shocked at how shallow the pool is. That's my concern, is we are going to dive into this and be like, whoa, I've played for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, and I feel like I've seen it all.
Yeah,
like,
there's nothing else to do
There's
here.
only one mode. There's only one thing. I'm just doing
Yeah.
this. They don't have that many cityscapes. They don't have that many loops. Like, you know, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Tuesday, tomorrow, they come out like, here it is. Let's fucking go. And I jump in and I'm like, well, I can have a cape. Yeah.
Now we're talking about a game that could come and go. I want to bring up Lost Soul-Aside because I saw some people in chat bringing this up. Lost Soul-Aside, if you remember, this is like the PlayStation 5 exclusive game that's being developed, or at least started off development with one developer. It looks like if you took Final Fantasy and combined it with
when I tell you,
a
I
platinum game.
100% forgot about this.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
and this is out
no.
August 29th.
That's
this Friday.
Week. That's this week.
That's this week.
That's bad.
What do you think is up with this game? I was talking about this. I was streaming over the weekend. And I was talking about this, right? The fact that this game is so quickly approaching, and it feels like previews, like impressions, even marketing doesn't feel like it's as in your face as it should be for a game that's coming out in like
from
5
PlayStation,
days.
published by PlayStation.
Published by PlayStation.
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad sign.
I think it's a really bad sign.
Yeah.
The fact that I was chat. If any of you were at Gamescom, was there a Gamescom like demo kiosk for Lost Soul-Aside? That's my big question. Because if there wasn't, then I don't have faith in this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, just looking at the trailer, I don't have faith in this game.
Yeah.
The market, I mean, that didn't look good, did it? Are we all saying that looks good?
Like 2 years ago, I said.
Go back to that guy's face. He's got no chin. What is up with that?
I thought this game looked good until we got this close to it, and we still haven't seen, like, I don't know the main character's name. I feel like, have we gotten story
Go to the
trailers?
scene before or after this. I forget, because I was like, wait, right there. Look at this guy. No chin boy. No chin, no
Boy,
texture,
it's
no
a
shadow.
bad angle for him, all right?
Well,
look how cool his hair
why is it all
is.
lit like this? You know what I mean?
Lighting's hard, you know?
Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's great. I don't know. But I had
I'm
completely
with you.
forgotten about this.
Yeah.
And then you just said that and I laughed because I remembered it.
So add that to the pile of games coming out.
Oh, yeah, this is
That's going to take up our
watch
attention.
it will be. It'll be the one that gets a 9.5.
God.
Anybody got a fantasy critic? What are we doing?
Absolutely not. Greg, we're going to move on to story number 3. But before we do, I want to tell you about patreon.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames, where you can go and get the Kinda Funny membership, which allows you to get shows ad-free. Speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsors.
This episode's brought to you by Xreal. As of August 25th, Xreal One Pro is finally available on Amazon and BestBuy.com. Plus, it's back in stock now on Xreal.com. A few months ago, my life changed forever when I brought a pair of Xreal One Pro AR glasses on a incredibly long flight to New York City. I legit could not believe how easy it was to use and how high quality my experience was playing games with my Steam Deck and watching movies with my phone on the plane on a theater-sized OLED screen right in front of my eyes without too much extra stuff or a giant goofy headset involved. No joke, this is my favorite new piece of tech in years, and it has earned a permanent spot in my travel bag. It's only hard to believe it works as well as I'm saying until you try Xreal AR glasses for yourself, and then you will see that the tech is here. Connect Xreal One Pro glasses to whatever you're playing, like a handheld console, PC, phone, or home console, and get a massive 150-inch virtual screen anywhere, anytime for any game. Gaming on the go like a long flight? You need Xreal One. Neck starting to hurt from staring down at your handheld? You need Xreal One. It's plug and play with all your devices via USB-C, built-in audio with sound by Bose, anchoring your screen literally anywhere in space, 1080p Full HD, and you can make it bigger, smaller, farther, closer, ultra-wide, or regular widescreen, horizontal, vertical, even 3D if you have a 3D movie. It's all built in and can be controlled by pressing a few buttons on the glasses. These are what make Xreal One Pro a must-have. Xreal One Pro is now available on Amazon and BestBuy.com, and from August 25th through September 1st, you can get $50 off if you bundled Xreal One Pro with the Xreal Beam Pro AR mobile device on Amazon or Xreal.com. There is nothing better than when a sponsor of Kinda Funny is something we are legitimately obsessed with. So get yours today at kindafunny.com/Xreal. That's kindafunny.com/Xreal.
And we're back with breaking news. Demon School has been delayed to avoid Hollow Knight Silksong.
Get out the Knight's way.
This comes from an email sent to Greg.
That's a press release, yes.
It's a press release. Demon School was set to launch on September 3rd, but after much anguished consideration on our part, we've made the decision to move the game's release to Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. With 11 years under our belt as an indie publisher, do you know how to pronounce this one? Yesbeard?
Yes, Bird? I don't know.
We at Yesbeard or Yesbeard
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
are reasonably qualified to say that at any point of 2025, on balance, has been or will be as brutal as market conditions can get when it comes to releasing a game. Crueler still that we should find out with such short notice that Hollow Knight Silksong will launch just one day after our planned release for Demon School.
A lot of shade in that. Like,
I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
We have to remind ourselves that gaining visibility for Demon School is our main goal. Thus, the Yesbeard team strongly believes we could not be doing our game any favors by wading into the waters we can clearly see our blood red. If the September period is going to be Silksong's moment, then we need to be elsewhere on the calendar to give Demon School its own moment to be seen and talked about meaningfully. We don't take this decision lightly. Demon School's release has been delayed before, and we want to be clear, there are no more delays after this point. We've already distributed Steam keys to press as part of a healthy review program and had every intention to proudly release on September 3rd. We hope fans who anticipated the game will forgive us for one final delay. Between now and November, Necrosoft Games and ourselves will continue to pour our time into enhancing and polishing up the game experience. For example, there will be more endings and mini games that the developers originally planned to patch in post-release. Rather than leave them on the cutting floor, now it'll all be part of the game's release in November. Thank you for your patience and enthusiasm for Demon School. We truly hope you continue to support Necrosoft Games' labor of love by showing up for Faye and her Madcap band of collegiate demon hunters on November 19th. And that was written by Brian Queck at Yesbeard or Yesbeard Games.
We've had Brian on the show. Never thought to ask or memorize how to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Came in for the indie mix thing we do at GDC. Very nice.
Very smart decision also. I'm sure that for them, this was the toughest thing. Like, it's funny because, you're
watching, you're like, motherfucker!
Like, God damn it. Fucking Hollow Knight Silksong of all games, right? It's funny because late last week, I think it was Mike and Roger that was on a show where I added the story where there are 3 other indie games that also delayed because of Hollow Knight Silksong.
Oh, yeah. Like, you got to run if you're anybody else, right?
That game is having the effect of, like, essentially being an indie GTA 6. Of, hey, we're dropping here. Everybody get the fuck out the way. We don't care who else is dropping.
Yeah, they know that. I mean, obviously, we all know that Hollow Knight Silksong has a fandom and a reputation to it. That honestly, I'm on GameInformer.com/2025, right?
Yeah.
And we are talking about what's coming out. And like, I think you called it out. Hell is Us is on September 4th. So is Hollow Knight Silksong, right? Like, if I was Hell is Us, a game that I previewed and was very positive about, I'd also probably run. Like, there's going to be no oxygen for this game, I feel like, in terms of what people want. Now,
I'm shocked because they say here, right, review codes are out for Demon School.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got to delay to November. So there are people just out here sitting with the game installed in their computer. Maybe played about an hour a couple nights ago. You know
I'm just saying,
really have a great haircut.
I'm just saying people, you know.
They're really leaning into the Persona homages, right? Bless, like that was one of my favorite ones where Persona 5, I think, was supposed to come out February 14th,
Yep.
2017,
Yep.
and then got delayed 2 months later. But we got review code on February 14th and then just had Persona 5 for like 2 months.
Yeah. Like, that's nuts to me, but also makes me question, for Hell Is Us, does that game have review codes out? If so, like,
of course they do.
I'm sure that factors into all these decisions as far as like, okay, well, do we delay for Hell Is Us? Also, I'm sure they look at their game and they're probably like, well, this is so different from Silk Song.
But just look at the dead games walking here, right? Where it's Hollow Knight Silk Song is out on September 4th, according to Game Informer. So is Hell Is Us. So is Star Wars Outlaws on Switch 2. So is Void Crew, which I know Andy's been talking so much about. Then Chronos The New Dawn comes out September 5th, right? The
I
day
think you're thinking
after.
Void Breaker.
I apologize. You're right. I am. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots comes out September 5th. Like, Baby Steps comes out September 8th.
Hirogami.
Well,
Never forget.
these one of those. Did you say Baby Steps?
Yeah.
Well,
According to
Barrett
this.
brought up a thing
Oh,
here.
I saw this. I didn't read it.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to read it either. But this is this is from Nathan Grayson.
Yes, this
at
is
Aftermath?
from Aftermath of them interviewing a lot of indie devs about the whole Hollow Knight Silk Song kind
Yeah.
of.
And they say here, even bigger name developers like Bennett Foddy of Getting Over It fame are at least mildly shook. Quote, truth is, we're not sure if we're delaying the game yet, Foddy told Aftermath of literal walking simulator Baby Steps, which is currently set to launch on September 8th. We're talking about it, though, end quote, which means that they're delaying it.
They're delaying it.
I feel like if you're talking about it, you have to come down on the thing of like, yeah, let's just get it out the way. Which,
But the problem then you get into it's just like there's
Where do you
no
put it?
good place to go. Like it's just this is the problem of the fall release schedule, the review season, everybody coming out here. It's just like it's not like it's going to get better. As you go in, you get more competition. Now, granted, not as big as Hollow Knight. We're also talking about apples, oranges when you're talking about indie games and big games and this, that,
Yeah.
and the other. Hell Is Us is such a AA game, and Chronos is such a AA game from Bloober Team that I'm like, I think they, even though they think they're bigger than, literally they're bigger than the Hollow Knight team, right? I
Sure.
still think that that's competition there and mind share. And again, how much I think, I saw people joking around about it, but I think it's true that Hollow Knight Silk Song is the GTA 6 of the indie world.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like IGN, GameSpot, everybody else who has a frontpage.com in the video game world, when that game drops, it will be dominated by review in progress, tips so far, here's the live stream, we're off here doing it. It will be the celebration of Silk Song that eats up everything. So it's like, if you are doing the traditional marketing campaign of, okay, we're dropping on the 4th, the 5th, whatever, you put your review out a few days, even if you get your review out the day before Hollow Knight Silk Song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your game isn't out yet. And it's going to be that idea of like people are see it and like, let's say Chronos, Hell Is Us, some of the indies we were talking about, get 8, 5s, 9s, right? And they get like turn heads. That's all well and good, but coming in, like we're talking about where we are in the world and finances and X, Y, and Z, coming in and be like, well, I can buy this $60 game. That's Hell Is Us's price. I didn't check Chronos's. Or I can wait for Game Pass tomorrow for Hollow Knight, or buy Hollow Knight tomorrow for a less thing. And I know that's going to be
$50 for
like,
Hell Is Us.
You're going to be pushed off the front page of IGN immediately if you're
Yeah.
any of these games and any of these reviews.
I think to that point, right? I think, yeah, when you bring up the Hell Is Us versus some of these other games, I think it's also the thing of just marketing budget and like how much you can get your game in front of people, where Hell Is Us and Chronos that you're talking about, both like those have been at Summer Game Fests or like a Gamescom opening night lives, right? Those have gotten in front of the eyes that you wanted to get in front of, right? It's not like those games are similar to Hollow Knight Silk Song to any degree, but I think what separates them even more is that, hey, we've had a budget for this because we were working on that AA, AAA thing, whereas Demon School is playing in the same kind of category as Hollow Knight. Again, different type of game, but I think when you look at the category of audience that you want to hit with a Demon School or with a lot of these other indie games of that scale, you're probably kind of talking to those same people that would play Hollow Knight or would be way more excited or way more focused on a Hollow Knight Silk Song.
You're talking about gamers in general. And again, when you're talking about a AA game, when we're talking about these games that aren't GTA, aren't Ghost of Yotei, aren't whatever, you are talking about games that appeal to different gamers, but the same kind of gamer who listens to a podcast and reads IGN and cares about this kind of shit. And Hollow Knight Silk Song Week, the headlines and those podcasts will be dominated by Hollow Knight. And so you lose that. No matter how good Chronos is, how are people trying to fit that into the conversation of this giant Hollow Knight conversation that's going on?
Yeah, I'm so fascinated by what that weekend is going to look like as far as who are the big winners. Because
And then
I could see it be for like Hollow Knight Silksong. I think is going to reign supreme as far as
Of course.
what gets the mind share. I do think Hell Is Us seems so different and
Yeah.
weird and intriguing that I
Yeah.
see that rising as well. Chronos, I think, has the tough thing of like it's another one of those. Like it's another
Yeah.
survival horror, Resident Evil style, Dead Space style thing that like I think kind of blends in, but also at the same time, at the very least, it's not like Hollow Knight. It's not like Hell Is Us.
Yeah.
So maybe it has that going for it.
What's I think is an
yeah.
interesting wrinkle to all this is the conversation we're talking about of, all right, well, is Baby Steps going to move? There's the other games you talked about in a Games Daily that moved when
Yeah.
Mike was doing this. Like, we're talking about indies and their ability to move. When you are talking about these AA games, boxed games that are going to a retailer, you can't move. You can't, like, at best, you could move your embargoes for reviews, but even then, you're still kind of, all right, well, that's going to be the conversation that week. How do we make a moment? Where do we get our moment?
Well, I'll tell you who's having his moment right now. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot
Oh, God.
with story number 3. He's been summoned to appear before French court
What a moment for him to have.
in relation to harassment trial. This is Chris Scullion at Video Games Chronicle. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot has been summoned to appear before French court following the conclusion of a harassment trial earlier this year. In June, 3 former Ubisoft executives, the former CCO Serge, the former vice president of editorial and creative services, Thomas Francois, and former game designer Guillaume Petrou, were given suspended prison sentences and fines for a range of crimes related to psychological and sexual harassment. Now, as reported by French news network BFM TV, Ubisoft has received a subpoena instructing Guillemot to appear before the court on October 1st in connection with the same trial. The subpoena, am I saying that right? Subpoena?
Subpoena.
Subpoena, yeah.
You're doing great.
I know it's spelled weirder than I would have thought.
Hey, you just crushed all these French names. So
Thank you.
I understand you put the brain power to that, and then you start looking at the, and you're like, that's not how you
Yeah,
spell
it's
the.
one of those words that the more I say it, the less it sounds like a real word.
Yeah.
The subpoena was filed by the Solidaires Informatique Union and 4 other individuals, the same parties involved in the previous trial. Ubisoft has provided a statement to VGC saying it would cooperate with the court, but that it believed it had, that it had already been decided that neither Ubisoft or its management had a case to answer. Quote, a union and 4 individuals have issued a summons to Ubisoft to appear before the Bobigny District Court on October 1st, the statement reads. It continues, quote, these are the same civil parties, and this summons is based on the same facts as those in the case judged by the court this past June, following an investigation by the public prosecutor's office. After that investigation, and contrary to the civil party's requests, the public prosecutor's office decided that there were no grounds to initiate criminal proceedings against Ubisoft or its management, a decision it confirmed during its closing arguments at the hearing last June. Ubisoft will continue to cooperate with the justice system in this matter, as it has done over the past 5 years in the review of the facts related to this case, end quote. The first thing that jumps out at me is like, man, it's been 5 years since... I think that was June 2020.
That's how math works, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that is how math works. But like specifically like down to the month, right? Where so many there's so many stories about abuse and psychological and sexual harassment and shit in the industry. But like specifically ones at Ubisoft, right, came out in droves during this time 5 years ago, which is crazy to think about. And crazy that we're still dealing with it.
I wonder what they expect to get out of use for this, right? Like the fact that, again, in June, they were sent, these 3 former executives were given suspended sentences. Like, it seems like, okay, this is done. But now they're bringing him on the subpoena that is for the same stuff. It's like, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what new information's come to light. I wonder what questions they have for him. I wonder what it'll actually be.
Fucking Ubisoft.
Fucking Ubisoft. What a horrible situation. Don't be horrible to each other.
Story number 4. Replaced has been delayed to spring 2026.
Believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll keep
Matsu.
counterpicking this. I'll keep counterpicking.
Science fiction retro-futuristic action platformer Replaced will launch for Xbox Series and PC via Steam and Epic Games Store in spring 2026. A delay from its previously planned 2025 release window. Publisher Thunderful Games and developer Sad Cat Studios announced. An Xbox One version is seemingly no longer planned. The new release window was revealed as part of a new development update where Sad Cat Studios talks through the game's progress and shares behind the scenes footage showcasing the game's evolution over the years. Greg doesn't believe it though.
I mean, I counterpicked it last year on Fantasy Critic.
This has been a safe
against
counterpick.
Paris Lilly. Again this year, Paris Lilly picks this fucking game for his team.
It's been the safe counterpick for like a good 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
It's one of them ones.
I mean, the game looks great.
It looks
cool. Yeah, so I mean, take the time you need. It's just funny for our increasingly kind of funny narrative of it.
I don't know why, but I believe them this time.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
I mean,
spring
isn't
2026.
that far, and I feel like this has been delayed and gestating long enough.
And
And
I
I
feel
think
like
Paris has played it before, if I remember correctly.
You don't come out and say it like this unless you have like some level of confidence, especially saying that, I don't know if it's in this article.
The update's nice too, where they're showing you like pre-production, this, that, where they're at now. Like they're doing the
But
right
somewhere
thing.
here they mentioned that they're gonna put out a final trailer later in the year, maybe Game Awards, maybe an Xbox _
Yeah, I think probably
Dev
an
Direct.
Xbox Direct at that point.
But good for them, cool for them. I want to see this game come out. Do you think this game is gonna be the last Xbox console exclusive that ever comes out? It's been delayed so much that Xbox has changed strategies now.
I mean, do you think that's part of the delay?
I mean, no, they say it's only coming out for Xbox Series and PC.
They're getting you excited though.
Whoa,
You know what I mean?
whoa.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. If it's an honest question. Yeah.
Although I'm sure it'll have like I imagine it'll have a PlayStation
1,000%.
release later down the line.
1,000%. Yeah.
So maybe not.
The game gestates this long. You need all the money you can get out of this motherfucker. Yeah, you're gonna put it. In
Or they just
PlayStation.
put it out because they're still dealing with the whole Russian-Ukraine thing.
Sure.
Yeah. Story number 5. Pokemon Go is boosting the level cap and rebalancing the experience. This is Tom Phillips at IGN.
Tim, you stupid motherfucker.
Pokemon Go is introducing a new higher level cap and rebalancing the XP requirements for existing levels, though no player will see their current level reduced. The game's current level 50 cap, introduced back in 2020, will rise to level 80, giving players a significant new milestone to aim towards. But the game's leveling curve should be smoother, developers told IGN in a pre-announcement briefing. Don't worry, it gets better. Meaning XP levels overall should be hit more frequently. This will be achieved by rebalance of all XP levels to date and the removal of additional time-consuming leveling tasks between levels 41 and 50. Indeed, players who have already earned the necessary XP will be boosted up to the new level system's requirements when they go live on October 18th, though the exact XP amounts required post-rebalance are yet to be confirmed. Don't expect hitting the new level 80 player cap to be easy, however. Alongside the necessary XP requirements, a fresh set of leveling tasks will be added for the final climb from level 71 to 80, ensuring only the toughest trainers hit the game's new top level.
Congratulations on wasting your fucking life, Tim. How'd that feel?
What is the point of living? What is the point of investing your passions into things you try so hard?
I'm so sorry,
You get
Tim.
so far, and in the end, it doesn't matter. I have my jacket. I get to wear my jacket.
Well, the good
both
news
in
is
the
now
game.
when it gets easy to hit level 50, I'll get my jacket.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's your last chance to get this jacket. So on one hand, I'm very happy that I spent the last couple of years of my life dedicating almost all of my free time to Pokemon Go, so I could get a digital jacket, which would then allow me to wear a jacket in real life set by my own rules.
For the record, I was gonna say, okay,
For the record, you can go to PokemonCenter.com and just buy a jacket without doing shit.
How long were you in the 40 to 50 stretch?
2.5 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to do it all over again once you get to level 70.
That's the worst part of this. Is like I look. First off, I don't like they're getting rid of the jacket. That sucks.
They're getting rid of the jacket.
They're getting rid of the jacket in game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is like.
Did you tell them this is a bad idea?
No, but I mean, here's the thing. I'm happy I have my jacket. But I'm sad that had I been a year and a half into my 2.5 year journey, and I wasn't able to in the next 2 months get this, I'd stop playing. That would have been it. I'm like, I am offended by this. But I hustled, I got it done, so I can't complain too much. But what does suck is those challenges that took me that long. I'm now about to have to do another set of them. Because here's what's gonna happen.
So you're committing to this.
I mean, yeah.
He's come this far.
I've come this far. Dude, I am so invested in this game that it's like, at this point, I gotta keep up.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
but it's not good. It's not good for my wallet. It's not good for. It's good for the walking. I walk a whole bunch.
Does this, like, in just the smallest way, excite you? Now that there's a new carrot on the stick.
I mean, you knew the level would have to go up at some point.
There's a new white whale.
Yeah, but I mean, let me say this. All right, this is information that I got to do the little press brief for the embargo press brief for this. So I had the whole weekend to sit.
We got to
think
tell
about
Tim
this.
personally before.
We got to apologize.
Yeah, reveal it to the
we got to
world.
apologize.
And as they're going through the slides, I'm like looking at this stuff, and we didn't know what the news was going to be, but they were saying like, oh, this is going to change everything, and they say that all the time.
Yeah.
But this time, there was a different energy. They're like, we're really excited to show you this. And they start showing the different slides. And I'm noticing they keep focusing on the level icons. And I'm like, oh, man, they're going to add another 10 levels. We're finally going to get level 60. Like, all right. And then I started seeing one, and it said 76. I'm like, wait.
What's happening?
And they're like, yeah, we're going up to 80. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But the thing is, they're going to rebalance it all. So the point of them doing this is next year is the 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go.
That's so fucking crazy.
It is. It's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Sure. So they know that they're going to go hard next year. They were acquired by Scopely. So it's a new thing at this point. So they know they're going to get like an influx of players next year. So they're trying to like get the balance right here so that new players or returning players feel like a sense of leveling up constantly. Like you get that reward, right, for playing. Because a lot of people just played and they get stuck somewhere. Specifically level 40. So everything's going to change. But I imagine that October 15th, when this goes into effect, that I immediately will be level 70. And then I'll have to look at the challenges ahead and make a decision on where we go.
I can't wait for you to be 55. You know what I mean? You don't even get that much.
I hate it, man. But yeah, this does change everything, you know?
So you think they're going to boost you to level 70 on Meta?
I mean, I think that just with the amount of experience that I have, because it's experience based.
Yes.
And also the next two.
So you've been accruing experience since you hit level 50.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So I have a whole bunch like stacked up. Goldfarb has like an insane amount stacked up, but XP is not going to be enough to get us past level 70 because we still have to do those challenges.
Gotcha.
And if those challenges are as annoying as the 40 to 41 to 50, oh my god, this is going to be very annoying. But I am excited. They're trying to rebalance. I think more people playing is going to be a good thing, and like caring about that is more important than caring about people like me because I'm in already.
Yeah, they got you.
But yeah, it is a little disheartening to think of how much I give my life to this stupid game, these stupid little creatures.
The good news is I've returned to Pokemon Go because Ben wants to play Pokemon Go. So you, next time there's the community day, we're all going to come.
Yeah, this weekend was a big one.
Well, Jen will come.
This weekend was crazy.
I saw there was stuff happening nonstop.
Yeah, I was at Pier 39, and there was a whole activation. There was a big blow-up Charizard and Venusaur. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Thousands of people. Most people I've ever seen at the one place playing Pokemon Go because Eternatus was here. And they opened up 100-person raids, which is crazy. So there's 100 of us motherfuckers, nerdy as shit, just standing there tapping our phones like this.
Isn't it crazy that all these people just exist in the city?
Yeah,
you wouldn't know until these events.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's cool.
Anyways.
Well, Tim.
Yeah.
They're making a big change. That's going to change your life in a big way. But if I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I need to know about, where would I go, Tim?
You go to our final news story, the Wii News channel, where we talk about all the small news items that you need to know about. Oh, yeah.
Story number 6 is Wii News. Pizza Bandit is now available on early access. That's really exciting.
We had a great sponsored Let's Play with them in Giant Bomb.
Hell yeah, go check that out. Borderlands 4 won't include cross-save or cross-regression at launch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That fucking sucks, but okay.
That's terrible.
But at least there's no word on when it's coming?
No, I mean, not that I've seen. This just popped up. This is one that like
a Steam update. I think I heard right.
Yes, this is from a Steam post. I didn't get a chance to read through the Steam post. I hope it's soon because I would like to play on PC and then switch. Well, they don't say cross play, right? I can play with people.
Crossplay there. You can
crossplay there.
Yeah,
okay.
You can do PC.
Okay.
You can play your PC and play with the PlayStation person.
Okay.
Vice versa.
That I care about the most. But then I also do want my cross progression.
Okay.
This next one's from Wario64. Assassin's Creed Mirage free content is coming later this year. You get a new story chapter and missions set in the 9th century Alula. And then also you're getting gameplay improvements for the base game and the new location. Bear, do you know what Alula is?
Cholula.
No, but
might be a typo.
I heard that you said Mirage.
Mirage, yeah. The game that came out
old game
2 years ago. Not the one that just came out.
Not the new one. Chat. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that
free update for a game that I think was originally supposed to be DLC for a game that came out 5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Alula is in Saudi Arabia. Oh, I learned today. Did Shadows not get? I thought Shadows got some DLC, didn't it?
Maybe. This is very weird. Very weird that this is coming
Very
out.
weird.
This last one is from PC Gamer. Some good news for Splitgate fans. Developer 1047 Games says the original Splitgate will be moving to peer-to-peer multiplayer on August 29th, meaning the game will continue to be playable online even though the servers are being taken down. Good news.
Yeah,
I like
good for
that.
them, yeah, save the game.
Hell yeah. And that is it for Wii News.
This episode flew by.
Right?
I wasn't even paying attention. I thought we had more stories after Tim.
No. We do have a lot of super chats. Of course, you can write in with super chats, get your questions or comments read on the show, just like Gondor's Condor, who says Silk Song's causing exactly what we think GTA 6 will, which I think you referenced earlier.
Yep.
New Mateo says level 47, no chance of getting to 50 before the changeover. Much pain. I feel for you, New
Just
Mateo.
buy the jacket. You'll be fine. Oh, you want to wear the jacket in game, though. Yeah.
Clawmaster, and I think they just want to like get to that end. You know what I mean? I feel like when you get to that max cap level,
It feels good.
It feels
You're
good.
set free, you know?
and
Yeah.
now they're going to be at level fucking like 60, or maybe I guess they're just stuck at 47,
Until this happens.
unless the XP. Because Tim said that like it's based on XP, right? So if you're just sitting on a lot,
But
of
you wouldn't be
XP
sitting on XP. Well, I guess, yeah. So what you have in your tank between 47 and 48, that number will then be balanced out to get you wherever, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I feel for you, New Mateo.
Nerds.
Omega Buster says thanks, Blessing, and Team Rocket Greg. Is that your thing now?
Gregory James. Looks like we're blasting off again. Yeah, I love Team
That
Rocket.
was a good one. I like
Thank
that. Clawmaster says Marvel Tokon beta is on the weekend of September 5th. Yes, it is. That was another one where I was
Oh,
like, shit,
shit.
dude.
Lots going on.
Open?
Oh, that's a good question. Chat, is it open or closed? That's a you're wrong thing. I forget. Hater John writes in and says, Blessing's haircut has me hot and bothered. My goodness, what a cut. First of all, thank you, Hater John. Second of all, you change your name to Lover John. That was very lovely.
Aww.
Robert Garrido says Kingdom Hearts 4 should replace Silk Song.
That's good.
I like
that's,
that.
That's
is
really good.
That's
That
a
is
good
good. Every saying closed.
But like, I'm sure we can find a way for you in Bear if you want in.
Get me in there.
I'll just pre-order it on every platform. Ty Wilkins VO says, I'll review Redacted 2 for kind of funny. Redacted 2 sounds like a banger. I mean, we'll see about Redacted 2.
We'll see what's a banger or not.
Could be. And then last one is from the Portland Kevin, who says, kind of funny meetup at PAX West in Seattle on Saturday, August 30th at 3 p.m. at the bar Elephant and Castle on 5th Ave. Come meet some kind of funny best friends and hang out. Really fun. If you're at PAX West in Seattle, go hang out with the Portland Kevin. Again, that is 3 p.m. at the bar Elephant and Castle on 5th Ave.
I know where that is.
Oh, you do?
Sounds
Took a
like
fan
that.
there once.
I somehow don't know where that is. I've been to the Unicorn. I like the Unicorn bar.
Okay.
I think that's where What's Good did a meetup in like 2018 or something. We have one more from CJ Splitson who says, will Silk Song be top 5 highest selling game of the year? I'm going to say no.
No.
Unequivocally no, actually.
It'll be probably best-selling indie game of the year. Right?
I can see that, maybe.
Yeah?
I can't think of other. I mean, Peak sold a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna sell more than Peak.
Yeah. Great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
And do we count Claire Obscure?
Where's Claire Obscure at, though?
I mean, we should, but the art style doesn't look like Dave the Diver, so we can't.
Oh, my God.
Fair enough. Only 33 people touched that game. I only worked on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only 33 people. Yeah, I think Peak has that. But also Peak is kind of a cheat code because that game is $5 and everybody and their mother like fucking loves Peak. But also they deserve it. And that is it for Super Chats. Let's hop into kindoffunny.com/you're wrong. Rewrite in. Let us know what we got wrong as we got it wrong so we can correct it for those watching later on YouTube and listening later on podcast services around the globe. This is a you're wrong for Roger. We're not doing that.
We don't care about Roger.
That's not a you're wrong. Well, it is a. Jeppo1457 says, Greg, just wondering, have you ever played Tales of Xillia?
No.
It's not a
I've
you're
played
wrong.
other
but-
Tales games. I mean, and when I say played, I touched them.
Sal writes in and says, bless, Greg was right. It's Void Crew. Voidbreaker launched in early access for PC last week. Void Crew has been out on PC for a while, but that wasn't
No.
Yeah.
The Void game that's out is the one Andy's been telling people to play. And so I saw that, the one that's coming out later on. I was like, oh, this one Andy's talking about. But no, Andy's talking about the one that's out now.
Yeah. Nitro says, not a you're wrong, but a pizza bet.
No.
On November 15th, 2024, Greg and Bless made a pizza bet on whether all Xbox exclusives will have early access purchase options in 2025. Greg said yes, Bless said no. Gears of War Reloaded is coming out tomorrow. No early access option. Congrats to Bless.
Woo!
You let me know when you want that pizza.
I'll let you know. And then last one. Honestly,
There's a Gears of War coming up.
there's a Gears of War coming out.
Reloaded,
yeah. Which I've been saying I want to play. There's a thing. I don't know if I can say what it is. But there's a thing in the kitchen that looks fucking.
No, I don't say that.
crazy.
That's my thing. That's my bit.
What
That's my
the
bit.
fuck is that?
It's my bit. It's my bit.
Wild. What did I miss? Why is that a bit?
Yeah, I'll go check in on it. Maybe we can do it now.
What I tell you? That's the craziest thing. Oh yeah, you can barely see it in the fucking shot, or you can't even see it in the. You can see the
You can
box.
see a
for it.
box, yeah.
Out of all the things I've seen in the office side of the fucking studio, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I have a plan, and it's not for now. Okay.
Okay, cool. I won't bring it up. Oh, fuck. What was I talking about? Yeah, Gears of War Reloaded comes out. I've been saying that I want to play it. It is happening to come out in the worst time, where I am leaving to go out of town on Thursday for a week.
Well, with Xbox Play Anywhere.
Yeah, but like I've been begging Mike to play with me. Granted, he was never gonna play with me anyway.
Yeah.
But like I've been wanting to play a co-op with somebody. I thought Mike could have maybe organized maybe like a stream or something. I don't want to play it alone. I don't know.
I'm just shocked we didn't get review code.
You know, that's a good call, but also, I mean, it's Gears of War.
I guess, yeah.
Whoa, is that breaking news?
Breaking news.
What's up?
Got a message
The Gears of War code?
from one Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
I'm giving you fair warning. You better not slander my name ever again. More news is coming this week from Acclaim. From the Delta Lounge in Boston, watching your team carry your lazy ass through another show. Love, Jeff.
Like, why would you read it? You know what I mean?
I just feel like the people needed to know.
They don't need to hear about Acclaim. No one needs to hear about Acclaim.
But they're like a classic video game company, and they've made their way back.
I know,
They're
but
doing it
somehow
now.
Jeff Jarrett's attached. What does that even mean? You know what I mean?
It means
we've
big
had crazier
things.
CEOs.
Bigger things than you could ever hope for.
We've had crazier CEO. You know, I can't argue that. I can't argue that.
Jeff Jarrett's the CEO. 'Cause I don't. Is he? What is his position? Is he just on the board?
I don't know. I try to stay out of it. Acclaim, video games.
He's his homies.
He's just
Jeff-
homies. He just threw a lot of money at it. He
Jeff
was like, I like
Jarrett.
Acclaim. I want to see it come back. Which shout out to Jeff Jarrett for that.
Yeah.
Supporting
Vice
Acclaim.
says Acclaim rises from beyond the veil with wrestling icon Jeff Jarrett at the helm. He's at the helm. According to this. That can't be right. Jeff Jarrett is here too.
The home executive officer. Good for him. That's king stuff right there.
I mean, like, well, you want to talk about just sending a business to die? You put Jeff Jarrett in charge of it. Sure.
What I will say, going back to this Gears of War situation, is that I'm shocked it took this long. Like halfway through the year, I gave up on this bet, and I was like, "Oh, Greg's probably right. They're probably doing it for every Xbox game."
Yeah.
The fact that Gears of War Reloaded is the one
they
that they're
didn't do
not
it? Yeah,
doing
it's
it for
crazy.
is kind of weird. Well, let's come back to this later. This is a conversation to be had about Xbox.
Okay, he's serving on the advisory board.
Advisory board.
Which is still a terrible idea. Have
you
Jeff
don't-
Jarrett name 3 video game consoles. Thank you.
Yeah, but like Acclaim's not out here making hardware. You know what I mean? They make software.
But he knows nothing
it out
about
on
the
every
market. He knows what are Jeff Jarrett's 3 favorite video games.
AEW Fight Forever.
I bet he couldn't even name it. He couldn't even give you the full title of that game. He could not even give you that much.
I'm sure you like Street Fighter or something.
He does.
Street Fighter.
There's no way he likes Street Fighter.
Heard he's a big Minecraft fan as well.
Fighting Force for the N64. I bet you he loves Fighting Force for the N64.
Yep.
Y'all ever play Fighting Force for the N64?
Say it one more time for me, bless.
Fighting Force for the N64. And then Kabaz writes in and says the AC Mirage free update is notable because it's being funded by the Saudi government.
Ah.
Again, not a you're wrong.
But
I'll let
a
it slide.
good, like, more context.
Yeah,
That's-
I'll take that context.
That's. I don't know how I feel about that one.
I also want to look into it
Ever
to see what that
call
means.
me on this line again.
Don't be texting Barrett things to say to me. Jeff Jarrett, you're such a big video game fan. Name 3 video games. Full titles.
I am sitting here in the Delta Lab. The TNA game blew me away. I remember vividly you calling me and talking about what a great video game TNA put out. Is that a fact?
Yeah, what? I'm sorry. What is the TNA video game name? What's the name of that game? Yeah, right. That's what I thought. You got nothing. Go back to work in the Delta Lounge. I'm sure that's what you're doing. Pick up some dirty dishes, you bum.
And the Delta Lounge sounds nice. I love those lounges at airports.
Air Canada. That's the top lounge.
We got one more from Alex Frazier in SuperChats who says, just started Sword of the Sea. This game rocks. It's on Game Pass and PS Plus.
I've heard a lot of good things about this.
I got to get back to it. I played the first hour of it. Really enjoyed it. I think Bear also played the first hour.
Yeah, I finished it.
Finished it.
Really good, solid, chill, meditative play. It is Journey, but you're riding on a sword that's kind of a skateboard, and you're bringing water and life back to desert land, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
And I got to ride on a whale, and I thought that's neat.
I want to go back to it. I definitely want to go back to it.
7.5, I would say. Really good 7.5.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Well, this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday, we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with a Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. Enjoy the Gamescast next and the stream after and KFP between both of them. But until next time, Game Daily.